Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68, coming to you with yet another video. Before I get into this video, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, for liking, sharing, and commenting. Please continue to do so, and tap the notification bell so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. Well, this is going to be my next comic book review video. Today being Wednesday, May the 17th, which is Comic Book Wednesday, Comic Book Day. Happy Comic Book Wednesday, happy Comic Book Day. This is going to be a video based upon the Moon Knight character, very popular character, of course, in Marvel Comics. And this is part of their Black, White, and Blood series. And this is a Treasury edition size book. Moon Knight is a very cool character. He is, very popular, as I mentioned, and one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. And it says here is a quote: Moon Knight is dark, complex, and as Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood shows, endlessly entertaining. This is one of many books in their line of, again, the Black, White, and Blood series. They did one on Darth Vader too recently, but I wasn't really interested in getting that. The Moon Knight comic books have been thus far, very well done. I did not like the TV series on Disney Plus, but again, I'm going to repeat myself. Excuse me, as I've said in other videos, the comic books and the movies, are separate as far as I'm concerned, in terms of the stories that they deliver, and in terms of enjoying both entities, as separate entities. Moon Knight is not really a child's or a comic book character for children to read. He's very violent and very brutal. He's Batman on steroids, basically. And he has multiple personalities. He has a personality disorder. He suffers from mental issues, or mental health issues, I should say. But he uses his disabilities as not really a superhero, but an anti-hero. His powers are honed from Egyptian gods. One is in particular Kanushu, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, the god Kanushu or something like that. And this book is under parental guidance suggested. It's not for children. As you can see, the bloody hands, the bloody cloak, and its shape, of course, like a moon. And someone has suffered a very, very brutal beatdown. All right. This, again, is a Treasury edition size book. We're going to take a look at the interior pages in a moment, but here's the back of the book. And it reads, "At last, the Black, White, and Blood format reaches the vigilante who was reborn to star in it. A bevy of comicdom's finest creators put their mark upon the fist of Khonshu. I say Khonshu of Khonshu, in stories depicted solely in stark black, white, and blood red. Meet the all different Moon Knight of the future and wrap your head around a tale of the mixed up marauder told in reverse. Moon Knight teams up with the ever amazing Spider-Man for a harrowing night of adventure and seeks an odd favor from Doctor Strange. Moon Knight's four personalities, as I mentioned, come together to debrief the events of one bizarre night. And Mark Spector's mercenary past, one of his personalities is Mark Spector, the one I'm more familiar with. Mark Spector's mercenary past comes back to haunt him. A blood moon is rising, and these stories look better than ever on the oversized pages of a Treasury edition. And then here it lists all the different writers involved in the story. But we're going to open the book up. The inside of the book will actually show the same writers on the inside. So we'll take a look at those writers in a moment. That's very small print, and although I have my glasses on, I'm not about to read all those names. This is it says here on the back, on the lower back, parental advisory suggested. So again, this is not for kids. This retails at about $30 in the United States. Here's the spine of the book here. Get a better look at that there. So Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, and then it has Moon Knight at the bottom there. Let's get that into focus. Come on, get into focus, please. Okay. I guess it really won't get into focus. I don't know. Okay, but you can see that, I'm sure. All right, very, very nice there. So let's open it up. And then we're not going to look at all the stories in the book. We're going to take a look at most of them. And you can see right there, Moon Knight leaping out of the top of it looks like a monastery, on these dudes dressed in red who look like members of the Hand. Okay. And unlike I compared him many times to Batman, and unlike Batman, who only injures his enemies or adversaries, Moon Knight is known to actually kill them. All right. Okay, so here's a look at the stories, as well as the title of the stories and the artists contributing to each story. We have story number 1, Anubis Rex, written by Jonathan Hickman with artist Chris Bachalo. Then we have So White Yet So Dark by Murawa Ayodele, and Dutan Akande. All right, those sound like Swahili names. The End by Mark Guggenheim and Jorge Fornes. The Empty Tomb by Benjamin Percy with Vanessa R. Del Rey. A Hard Day's Night by David Papose and Leonardo Romero and Chris Sotomayor. Blood Red Glider by Patch Zurcher. And then we have Wrong Turn by Erica Schultz and David Lopez. Good Morning by Christopher Cantwell and Alex Lenz. No Empty Sky by Jim Zub and Jabiril Morissette Fan. Wow, what a name. The Scent of Blood by Nadia Shamas, Dante Bastianoni, and Chris Sotomayor. The End by Anne Nasanti, Stefano Rafale, and Chris Sotomayor, and Martin Biro, the editor. Then Born to Be by Paul Azaceta and Annalise Bisa. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's open up these pages and show you some of the artwork from the pages, which are extraordinary. Let's see here. There we go. And then there's our cover page. Our cover page again, repeated in this story. Okay. And these the binders on these books, these black, red, and blood books, they're very, very thick and well put together. And you can see some of the violence here in these stories and on these pages, and as to why. Again, these books are not meant for kids. Okay. All right, more bloody, brutal violence here. Okay. This is a story, though, right here with Spider-Man. So White Yet So Dark by Murewa Oyodele. This is the artwork to me that really pays off, and I'm sorry about that glare there. That artwork there is absolutely stunning. I love that. And these the pages here and how it's drawn, the sense of it, kind of almost like kind of a little organic feel to it, in terms of more like reality-based cityscape type thing that's going on here in these panels. Okay. And this is a very good usage of red, black, and white, or the black, red, and white um, that's used in the artwork here, because of course Spider-Man's outfit is red, and then Moon Knight's outfit, is white. So it makes a lot of sense here. Really, really liking that. And these books, these Treasury edition, these black, white, and blood Treasury editions, really are, I would say, for deep comic book collectors like myself who like and enjoy comic books. Um, again, the price is quite steep, but very, very, very well worth it as far as I'm concerned. All right, hope you can see that. And again, I'm sorry about the glare. Let's keep it moving here. Okay, so that's the end of that story. And it looks like Deadpool appears at the end of this story. How cool is that? Okay, we get into another story here. Okay. And it almost looks like well, if you're familiar with newspapers, it almost looks like the artwork that you could find in a newspaper cartoon series. I haven't read a newspaper in years. And then here's a character, this character here. Let's see, what is his name? What does he give? Do they name him in here? Let's see, what is his name? Red Blade. Okay, yeah, Red Blade. Very cool looking character. All right. Okay. All right, so let's keep it moving here. That's the end of that story. And we have looks like a splash oil painting right here to signify the end of this particular storyline. She almost looks like Moon Knight. I'm not Moon Knight, I'm sorry. She almost looks like Misty Knight. Okay. And then here he is in Egypt, where his powers actually originate. Dig that. And the artwork in here is okay. This is where he meets up, I guess, with Doctor Strange. And there's Doctor Strange right there. Master of the mystic arts. Okay. Right. Okay, so I want to skip past this story and get to the next one. But look at that right there. That's really cool too. Nice artwork. One of the many reasons to buy comic books. Okay. All right. And there's Khonshu right there. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead a couple of more pages, and I want to show you some of the art portfolios that are highlighted in the back of this book, which I think are really gorgeous. It's not a bunch of them, just a few. Okay. As you can see, these pages are quite huge. Dig that. So that is absolutely beautiful. That's a variant cover by Jeff DeCall. Very, very nice artwork there. It looks like he's on the top of a chimney on a rooftop or something like that. And then this page here, this is a variant by Stan Sakai and Emi Fuji. On this page here to my right, but I actually like this one much better. And again, the nice usage of the red, of the what is it, red, white, and black colors. I think I may have missed a page. No, I didn't. Let's see. I think there's just one more. This one right here. This is by Alexander Lozano. Variant cover by Alexander Lozano. Very, very cool there. Very, very cool. Absolutely love that. And I love the almost glow-like effect of the eye slits. Very good usage of paints, colors, or whatever he used to bring that out like that, where it stands out. Okay, so that's the book for the most part. I hope that you've enjoyed this review of Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood. Again, this is a $30 book. Quite expensive. I picked this up from Green Brain Comics around Free Comic Book on Free Comic Book Day. So proud to have this in my collection. I hope that you've enjoyed this review. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tap the notification bell, as I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. And happy Comic Book Wednesday for those of you who read comics, collect comics. Happy Comic Book Wednesday. Happy comic book hunting. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Peace, love, and hair grease.